Moving on to our sprinkle of pop culture segment. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. We have Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode
4,
which
2 episodes left. The penultimate and the finale.
Yep, which I think, as me and Ryan discussed prior to this, we both agreed. I think this episode 4 was the best episode thus far in the season. None of them have particularly been bad, but this one stood out by far.
This one had the most Game of Thrones-esque feel. I think.
Got the most serious speeches, most serious moments, and there was comedy. Obviously,
yeah, they still threw a fart joke in there.
Like, we've gotten shit. We've gotten a massive prosthetic dong, and now we had to get a nice big rip of a fart in a very serious moment too.
Screw that guy.
Like, Dunk making a really serious speech. You think this guy, who I don't know if you caught this.
I forget what name they said, but
the Beast of Bracken.
Yeah.
So we have a Bracken, which I don't think we get in Game of Thrones, but he's a big fact. We thought we saw a Bracken in House of Dragons. Do you remember that? They showed a very tiny clip of these two guys arguing with each other, and I think they were Brackens, but it wasn't the one that we thought it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because there's a storied Bracken who's a badass psychopath on the battlefield.
Yeah. So we're mistaken with who we had. Yeah.
But Bracken is a family that does take place, that is involved in the House of Dragons. Mildly, but I think will become a serious role.
Because I think didn't they have a war with whatever house was next to him?
Yeah, there was a funny banter between the two guys. They're young. They look all like a young high school guys bantering, and then it ended up
over
being
a stone that is marks the territory boundary and stuff like that.
Which ended up leading to the Battle of the Burning Mill, I believe, is what we
saw.
saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have I want to say it was something like the Beast of Bracken.
No, I think that's
it was this big
correct.
dude stood up, you
looks
thought
like a Mongolian soldier.
He did look like Mongolian. Is like Khal Drogo's group.
The Horde.
Dothraki.
Yeah.
So this dude looked like a badass. This guy's gonna join the crew. Dunk moved him with a speech, and then he just rips ass, and everyone laughs. But I'd rather have the guy that we got next.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can go through the episode in order now.
I think we find out Tencel is. I guess is that. No, it might be later.
It is later. It's when Dunk meets.
I guess what the first thing, because we already knew it was a try. What? Oh no, this is when we find out. So they go.
It starts with him in the cave or the dungeon.
Yeah, he's pets a rat, and then they go to their little trial or whatever. They're like, you've been accused of this, and they also finds out that Prince Darren said, oh yeah, a knight stole egg.
Yeah, which he threw Dunk under the bus. And which kind of leads more to him being guilty in a bigger crime. Before he got sentenced to the thing, though, he did ream out Egg a little bit. When Egg came out in his Targaryen robe.
Yeah, he's like, he lied to me. He's like, I didn't mean to. He's like, but you did.
Yeah.
Which, he did.
He's like, you knew you did something wrong.
I think he kind of just withheld more information than he said. Because he's like, you said you were a squire boy. He's like, I never said that. Which, I think watching back, it's like he didn't say that, but he did kind of just assume.
Yeah. Dunk assumed he was, and he never went along with it. So yeah, I didn't like seeing Egg in Targaryen robes. Honestly, kind of threw me off. It doesn't look like It could be because he's bald. It makes it look so weird, and he's just such a kid that we haven't seen the robes don't look normal on him.
And we know he said he cut his hair off to not match because he didn't want to look like Prince Arryn. But we find out Darren cut his hair off so they wouldn't be recognized as much.
Right.
Which I guess it means he has that pure white hair.
Yeah.
Because Darren definitely does not. So I guess he gets away more with not being a Targaryen looking guy.
I heard I think Oysters talked about this too. But the purpose of shaving his head, Darren wasn't doing any attempt at hiding who he was.
No.
I understand that. I guess the Targaryen hair would be a lot more obvious than a Targaryen token being spent to buy the inn. But you're getting blacked out and paying with Targaryen, and nobody's there at the time. It's just it seemed like you could have put a hood on him and it would have done justice.
I think maybe more so was this lady knows we're Targaryens. I'm just gonna pay her off so she doesn't say anything. But anyone walking in, I don't want them to see his hair and be like, oh, that's a Targaryen.
That's why I feel like a hood could suffice enough. It just seemed like an extreme when they're not I
agree.
Jump to the extreme of doing this, shaving his head, aside from not paying with tokens, and that would this wouldn't be as big a deal if it wasn't. The Targaryens are known for their hair. Like, I mean, obviously known for dragons, but the silver hair is a trademark of the Targaryens. It is a kind of big deal to shave it off. It grows back, but it's still. And he shaved it bald. Like, like it is a clean bald head.
He got the big razor out there.
I know. I'm curious if
they got Gillette in Westeros.
So this is my thing.
They got a clean shave, and it's
How
been
long
days, and it has not grown at all back.
How long are they gonna have him a clean shaved head? Like, are they gonna assume Dunk has his he likes it now, or not Dunk? Egg has told their servants to keep shaving him so that he keeps a clean look, because he'd have a buzz already at this point. I feel like it's been a week later.
But going on, we then get the trial or whatever, and
trial of 7.
You're accused of this. He goes, all right. I think I want to say he talks to Prince Baelor and he's like, you should have came and got me. He's like, I didn't have enough time, which I think
This was all the last episode though.
Was that?
Yeah, the conversation. No, wait, no, you might be right. No,
I think it was this one because
because he goes in with Egg first and talks to him. Yeah, you're right.
And he's like, which I think we talked about last time. It's like I brought up. I was like, why didn't you just go get his dad? Because that would have been easier and wouldn't have gotten Dunk in trouble. I guess that's the answer. He said, I didn't think there's enough time. And then Prince Baelor kind of makes it seem like he's like, yeah, because I think Dunk mentions I was just protecting the innocent. That's all I did. He's like, yeah, but you hit him.
Yeah,
there's really not, can't really do much about that.
You're right. That is one of the oaths, but no. Dunk asked him, he's like, would you not do the same? He goes, but I am the heir to the throne.
Yeah,
not a hedge knight. There is a punishment for a hedge knight punching the fucking prince. And
then he asked him, he's like, how good of a knight do you think you are? Or how good of a knight are you?
Yeah.
And Dunk's like, I don't know. He's like, no, how good of a knight do you think you are? Kind of, I don't think we actually hear him tell him to do this, but it'd give him advice to do it. But basically the thing is if you think you're good enough, do a trial by combat.
Yeah.
And if you, it's the
that's
only way you're going to win.
Yeah, because when Dunk comes in for the full trial, it's the first thing out of his mouth is trial by combat. And then they, what's it called? I think
Arian.
Is it Arian?
Yeah.
Arian refuses, to which his dad goes, you can't refuse. And then they shut it down. He's like, by law, he's allowed to demand a trial by combat. And then Arian pulls out, I demand a trial of 7 then.
Which his dad's also, he's like, the fuck is that?
What the fuck is a trial of 7? And he does another one too. Was it Balon?
Baelor.
I always, dude, these names.
I think their dad's is Balon, which is kind of, or there's someone, Balon.
Balon is another name for one of them, but Baelor then explains it's a old tradition brought in by the Andals, and then Maekar goes, well, if it's the Andals, then dude, what? Just because these ancient people brought this over?
Kind of what the explanation kind of made sense. Or they believe if more men are involved, there's more likelihood for the gods to intervene. Because if it's just 1v1, someone that's super big and powerful might just be able to win out, even if they did wrong.
So
but if there's 7, there's a higher chance that the gods can help the just team in winning.
Right. So if you're a 1-on-1, you could be as guilty as it gets, but if you're a stronger combatant, you win that, and there's nothing they can there's nothing really the gods can do at one point when it's a 1-on-1 and the guy is significantly better. But like you said, if it's a 7-on-7, there's a lot more factors that can make the guilty party guilty, even if they are the strongest guy there, which does make sense. I do Maekar immediately be like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? Are you hiding behind this ancient tradition when you why don't you just kill this guy on your own? Are you too afraid to kill this guy on your own? And
part of me is all right, so you're Prince Baelor, you think Dunk's in the right. Why can't you just be like, nope, not having that. He's good. I know he punched you, but we'll just give him 15 days in the break, or a fine. It's I think I guess the thought is just there needs to be a trial of some sort. But he's it seems like he's on Dunk's side. You were in the right. Yeah, you hit a prince. That's whatever worse. But it's you were in the right. So I have my position. I should just be able to kind of pardon you.
So it's a matter of respect for the Targaryen name. You can't let him walk. I think the most he could do, which he said he did do, was Arian demanded his head in the execution, and he claimed he was like, no, we're not gonna have that. The most he could have done, Prince Baelor could have done, is at least give him a fair trial, which has then led to trial by combat. But in full fairness, they are the royal family. Imagine the Lannisters. Imagine somebody coming up and punching before Tommen was king. someone just punching and kicking the shit out of Tommen, like, dude would have been dead.
Well, no, I get
whoever
that.
was the king would have killed it. Like, it makes sense that he would have been executed immediately.
I'm not saying that they don't throw their weight around, but it seems like the guy that is in power is like he's above his nephew.
Yes, he is.
So it's almost like why can't like,
and
yeah.
I
I
said,
get like some of the reasons why it's like
the most he could do was give him a trial. Like,
yeah,
at the bare minimum. So
Get,
like I said, trial of 7. He has to do the. Dunk thought it was a 1v7.
Yeah.
Of to fight 7 men. Like, no, don't play the fool. It's a 7-on-7. And he goes, I don't have anybody. And he goes, if you are innocent, people will fight for you.
yeah. If your cause is just,
Yes.
and then he goes outside. He finds Raymond Fossaway, or Raymond Fossaway finds him. I guess he
He
goes.
was waiting for him by the horses.
Yeah, he's like, you hungry? Yeah, because he ends up talking to his horse. He's like, he's going through like, his therapist. He's like, yeah, boys, it doesn't look like I'm gonna last much longer.
I like Raymond going like, are you talking to your horses? Bloody mental. like making fun of him, but asks me if he's hungry, takes him to the tent.
Which I think he's asked him if he's hungry like 4 times.
Well,
I mean, at the same time, he's a big guy, so it's almost
also,
always hungry.
I think the first time Dunk said always. So
Yeah.
he's like, all right, every time he seems like, let's go get food. To which we see the cousin who
Sir Stefan.
Sir
So
Stefan.
finally got their names.
Yes, Stefan and Raymond, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen Stefan already be a bit of an asshole. We know him to be an asshole. And I'm going to be honest with
But
you.
we also know he hates Tarks.
We also know he hates Targs, and the most just thing they can do is pull out and come on their wife's tits.
Yep.
So Raymond said that and said that he got that mostly from his cousin. So we know he hates the Targaryens, which I think made this way more believable.
Yep. I was fully bought in. I was like, no. I was like, we're getting we're getting like Jamie Lannister going from bad to good, but just in like 3 episodes
And I'm
time.
like, this guy's a dickhead, but now he's our dickhead. Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. Like, this
it's
is
like
a
when we
good
got Pat
redeeming
Beverly on the
story.
Sixers. It's like the dude everyone hates when they go against, but the dude you love when it's on your team.
Yeah, exactly. So Stefan tells him, like, I will fight for you, and he goes, well, now we just got us then. And he goes, I can find men like most people. Stefan saw what he did, that Aryan did to the puppet maker. He's like, what you did was right. I will fight for you, and I'm sure I have friends like Lionel Lannister.
Yeah, I forget what Lannister he mentions. It might have been Damon Lannister or something like that. But yeah,
I think it was like the Gray Lion or the hell that he was talking about. Like,
I think
there's
his
a famous-
name. Yeah.
But
Well, the Gray Lion was what we heard in the beginning when that Sir Alan Pennytree fought again. So I don't know if that
no,
would be
you're right. So he had a Lannister, Lionel Baratheon, who I think of who he mentioned, the only one we got was Lionel.
Yep.
So we didn't get Lannister, but I think what happened. Like, he walks away.
The Darren comes in with Egg, and he pins Darren to the
right.
the table, and he's like he basically just like threatens him
Because of the lie he
and it's
told
also
about him
I
kidnapping
think
Egg.
I think Raymond's like, do you want to die? He's like, I can't die twice.
Raymond looked down like, are you mad? He's like, what, they gonna kill me twice?
It's pretty funny. And then Darren Egg is like, no, he won't hurt you. He won't hurt you. And basically Darren apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry, but I had to make an excuse.
Like,
or else it was going to be my ass.
yeah, he's like,
Which kind of get it, but at the same time,
my little brother went
like,
missing. Like, I had to.
But
say
also,
something.
it's like, could he or Egg not have been like, oh, that's not the knife that stole him? I don't know where he went. Like, Egg couldn't be like, no, he didn't steal me. Like,
it's the most.
Granted, at this point, he punched a Targaryen anyway, so I don't know how much it matters.
I think it was the most, like, being able to easily collaborate on a story that they both were aligned in. Like, if he would have been like, he's not the knight that took me, then that would force Egg to come up with a whole new knight.
Well, I don't know if Egg was even in on the story. I think Darren just said it by himself.
Right, but I don't know. I think that it was the simplest way for him to get out of it. Was like,
it's simplest way for Darren to get out.
The guy that Egg was found with, he's the one that took him from me. So, like, they believe that because, like, oh yeah, fuck it. Like, what else is there to believe?
But either way, basically Darren says, he's like, yeah, when we're going out there, just give me like a nice clout in the ear and just, something to make it ring, but not too hard, and I'll just go down. So I think this is kind of where we find out that it doesn't seem like you have to die in the Trial of 7. You could just like yield.
Yeah, if you can yield and you're like out.
Yeah, which is so it's like, all right, one person down.
Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of all. And then, but we do also find out Darren is a dreamer. So Targaryens oftentimes are either dragons where they,
not often. It's a rarity. Like
we've
maybe
seen like 3.
Daenerys, the sister, but these are, I think it's like maybe one per generation.
Well, yeah.
One per a few generations.
Yeah, I'm just meaning it's not like one every 100 years.
Yeah, you're right. One every 90.
Yeah. Well, every generation would be like 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, no, then it's not one every generation then, because House of Dragons takes place like 80 to 90 years before this one.
Yeah, but I don't think this is just the only one. Oh,
I don't.
I
Oh,
think
no,
there's at least
no.
like
You're absolutely right. There is another one, Blood Raven. Blood
Yeah.
Raven's a dreamer too. Okay. So yeah, there. I guess it is more frequently, but maybe one every
I'm
other
not saying
generation.
okay, yeah. But so basically,
Sorry.
he like, and I think in the first episode he mentions like, I saw you in my dream. Get away from me.
Yeah.
And like he mentions like, oh, I saw you in a dream. Dunk's like, yeah, you told me already. He's like, oh, I was probably too drunk. I don't know. But basically, he says he's like, I saw you in a great fire, with a dead dragon on you.
And
then
you were
Dunk-
alive.
Yeah, you were alive. And Dunk's
Which-
like, did I kill the dragon? He's like, can't say. It's like, what do you mean, dude?
Also, it makes that first reaction make a lot of sense. Like,
Oh yeah.
the only dream he's seen is this fucking brute of a dude with a dead dragon on him, and then he walks into the inn. He's like, I had a dream about you. Get the fuck away from
Yeah.
me. Like, the only dream I had of you is with a dead dragon. So
Yeah. So and like we know the dragons are not around. But my only thought is like, is this because like almost all these dreams come true?
right.
I wonder if it's more like metaphorical that like the dead dragon on top of him is just a Targaryen, not necessarily an actual dragon.
It is 100% that it's a Targaryen, and I like the fact that it's a big dragon. Makes me think either it's a big title dragon or a big title Targaryen or multiple Targaryens
Yeah. Okay.
die at his hand.
Yeah.
Because he
I can see
emphasized how big it was.
Yeah.
Like it was much bigger than he was. Like
Yeah.
wingspan the entire for this entire campsite. So it could be that maybe Baelor dies in this trial and it would be him killing him, but he dies
Yeah.
fighting
I mean,
with him.
my guess is it's just Aryan, and it's the thought of like him. He's a a prince or whatever.
Yeah. Could be, like I said, it could not take place in this fucking
maybe
event.
It's,
It could be a later thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe Duncan takes down even bigger I mean, the biggest one I can think of is the Hand of the King. He's not gonna kill a king.
I don't think he's gonna.
One.
I mean, after this, I can't imagine. I mean, if Egg's still probably gonna be on his side. I don't think he's just gonna have to go around killing all the Targaryens.
No, this is a probably one of the few moments that he gets fighting with against Targaryens. Yeah, I don't know. I think
he ends up being a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and they're still in rule after this.
Yeah. So he'd be fighting with them, not against them.
But yeah, I guess we also find out that Trial of Seven's gonna be at dawn. So that's it's like, hey, this
Within
is
1
happening
day.
in 4 hours.
Yeah, literally.
It's at nighttime. It's like this happening in 4 hours.
It happened at the Aryan broke the girl's finger at night. Dunk beat the shit out of him. Overnight, he's in there. And no, but see, when was the trial? Oh,
overnight, because they said at dawn. So that's
at
first.
dawn is that night, right?
Well, dawn
like
is when
sundown,
when sun
sunset.
when sun comes up
Yeah, but then when was the trial that they demanded the
at
trial
like
of 7?
midnight.
Like in the middle of the night?
I gotta imagine, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think it was just immediate. I think they put Duncan in like a the dungeon for like an hour, kind of intervened or like whatever, brought him out, and they're like, you have 3 hours to go find people.
See,
because he didn't get any. There's no way he got sleep. I don't think he was. I don't
Okay,
think.
so
I don't think they gave him a full day to go around.
I think he was in the dungeon for a day. You know why? Because when Egg had the food brought to him, he was like starving.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Because like if in that sense, he was. They say like he got put in the dungeon that night that he beat the shit out of Aryan. Majority of the following day went where he was just in the dungeon. That night,
yeah, I guess maybe
like,
could be
before
the next
midnight,
day.
like at like dinner time that night, they had the trial of 7 conversation, and then at dawn he had a night.
So maybe it's like 32 hours or whatever.
Because he was eating what's his face before the fucking combat thing happened, so he wasn't starving. The way he ravaged the food couldn't have been 2 hours later. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that till literally just now. I'm like, he was like, they brought the food out, and he immediately was just like shoving it in his mouth.
I just assume there's also just because he's big and he's always seems like he's just ravaged food. But yeah, you might. I think you're onto something there too. Because I think Makar and all of them saw they come back from wherever they were. I don't think they were necessarily. I think he was out going to get Darren.
Yeah.
So that sounds about right. But then I guess the dude that sold him the armor comes out and he's like, hey, she left the shield with me.
Yeah.
Come get it. Tells him that she left for Dorne, so she's safe.
Which that blew my mind too.
Yeah, I mean, all she did was a play. I guess they just figured like,
but
you get your finger.
Baelor said that the way Aryan's spinning this tale, she'll be tried with high treason.
I mean, they also kind of just let Dunk walk free, so I guess you could, like, if you really wanted to, you could just dip.
They let him free because he needed to find champions. Like, I don't understand. Like, literally, what she did, I thought for sure they were gonna fucking either have her rot in a dungeon, torture this girl, or kill her. Like, the fact that like that's all we got was the last thing we heard was Baylor saying that she's gonna be tried with like high treason, and then we hear the armorer dude or whatever the hell their name, blacksmith, be like, oh yeah, she's off to Dorne. And I'm like, how the fuck she get out of this?
Yeah, and I mean, I get like it's probably not a good idea to have dragons die in your play, but at the same there were before the Targaryens, there's dragons held by other families, and I'm sure they fought dragon with dragon, and even the Targaryens fought dragon with dragon. So why couldn't you just be like, oh, we're depicting the winning Targaryens fighting the losing Targaryens?
Yeah, I don't think they know much about Old Valyria. Like
I can't imagine there's stories.
The people of Westeros. Like,
no, there's got to be stories though, because they know the doom of Valyria.
Yeah, they know.
But even still, I mean, right now, House of Dragons, that's a fight between Targaryens and Targaryens where dragons are dying. Like,
yeah, but
there's ways to spin it.
Yes, but I think you can, from his perspective, there are no dragons, so a play about stabbing a dragon in the neck is a stab at Targaryen.
I get that from his point of view as well, and just probably the ego on him.
Yeah, because he also is like an 18-year-old inbred kid. But so then, like we said, Dunk's free. He's finding champions. Stefan says he'd fight for him.
Well, you get the little bit with the shield where he sees it.
Oh, right, we're at the shield.
And he's like, it just looks like death. No. He's like, I'm gonna die. And then like because he's the falling star, night. And that dude goes, the elm is alive. Which is kind of a cool little thing. It's like, the elm, which Duncan is just a big tall tree, so it's like you're alive in that depiction. Like, it's death around you, but you're not dead.
Right. It was funny though. He asked for a shooting star, and the star looks like it's plummeting right there. Like,
yeah.
But no,
he's like, those are summer leaves.
Yeah, those are summer leaves.
Look how green they are.
Yeah,
it's like, all right.
It was a good moment. Like it was a good.
He strengthened his shield or the rim of it, and gave him leather straps. He's like, it'll be heavier, but it'll be stronger too.
Yeah, he said it only cost him a copper.
Oh yeah, the copper. That was literally the last thing I think he said.
The last thing I said.
That's really kind of all we get from that guy. I think is the next thing when he rolls up to his squad.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, yeah. So I guess we now get a squad, and you see, we get Lionel Baratheon, Humphrey Beesbury, Humphrey Harding, and Sir Robin Risling. Which I'm pretty sure the Robin Risling guy is the dude with the eye patch.
Okay,
the dude that we saw lose an eye, and Egg was like, oh, like someone was like, what happened to your eye?
Yeah, and then which one of those guys is the one with the broken leg?
I believe that's this guy. So
no. Look, broken leg is him.
Okay, so that's Humphrey Harding, I think, because I think this is in order.
So it's Beesbury and Raymond Fossaway. Raymond Fossaway is our guy.
Yeah, well, I was leaving that to the because at first, and then he's like, oh, this isn't enough. Where's Sir Stefan?
Go ahead.
And then Sir Stefan he's like, oh, I'm gonna go fight with them, and it's like, wait,
well,
they come up with 6, and
Duncan sees he's got his I think 5 guys, five crew and 4 people in him.
Yeah, so he's 5.
Makes 5, and then the Targaryen crew comes out, and there's only 6 of them.
You got Aerion, Maekar, Darren,
3 Night's Watch.
3 Night's Watch. So we have Sir Willem Wild, Sir Donald Duskendale, and Sir Roland Crakehall.
And 2 of them are the crab feeder guys that we talked to in episode 1.
Or one's just a crab feeder, but the other one was with him.
I think there was a son or
no, it was Donald Duskendale. His dad's the crabber, and then him and his boy Roland.
Gotcha. So then Sir Stefan starts coming out, and they discuss how they only have 6. And Duncan says to Stefan, "Where's your other man? Like we're 1 man short." And then Stefan goes, "Actually, you're 2 men short, because the Targaryens have made me a lord."
Yeah.
In order to
scumbag
to there's a word he used, but like screw him over. Like,
yeah, the
whole plan was for Dunk not to have enough guys. Like, it was all planned out that Stefan was going to screw them over so that he wouldn't have enough people to fight.
And which they end up saying like, oh, if you don't have enough people to fight, you just automatically lose.
Yeah, which he said, okay, we'll handle 5 on 6 or 5. No, it would have been
7.
5 on 7, and they said no, it's not allowed. And
that's when we get old Raymond. Oh, which I think also Lion meant like he's like, oh, like Sir Stefan got you all guys, and like Lionel's like, no, this kid came to me and told me. So
he said, who the fuck's Sir Stefan?
Yeah,
he's like, your child is the one that recruited me. So yeah, clearly like I don't think Stefan would have recruited
Yeah.
Lionel had he planned that.
But Stefan asks Raymond to get his horse. He's like, "Fuck you! Go get your horse."
Yeah.
And then there, right then and there, tells him he's like, "Knight me right now. I will fight on your side." And then I think we kind of find out that Dunk didn't really get knighted because
so
I think there's two ways you can look at it.
yeah,
But I kind of think he did. I don't either he didn't get knighted at all because there's like a little POV flashback where it looks like he's in the mode to get knighted and
The
Sir
guy, like,
Alan
shrugs.
is like So I don't know if it's just Sir Alan forgot what to do. So maybe it's like,
No,
hey, you're
but-
knighted, but I didn't do the right ceremony.
no, but here's my thing. I think this had to do more of in the moment he didn't want Raymond to die, and he didn't want to drag Raymond on in with him because when he's talking to Baylor, he says we swore the same oath, which is exactly what so he knows the oath.
Well, he knows
He
the
says
oath for the innocent. I don't
to
think.
protect the innocent, but that's one of the 5. Like,
Yeah, no, I get that.
like if he knows enough to like, that's part of the oath. We swore the same oath. I honestly think he thought Raymond would die, and he didn't want Raymond to die.
I mean, I think that might be one of. I just for some reason everything keeps pointing that he never got knighted.
It was, and there was another moment before De'Aaron and Egg came in where he said, "I think this just might be
Oh, yeah.
punishment because I don't know my place." Or like,
yeah.
something catching up to me because I just don't know my place. So we're told that they cannot fight, which would be 6-on-7 because with
Yeah.
Raymond,
But,
they can't
but
fight 6-on-7.
Lionel basically goes like, "All right, here you go over there. I'll do this. I'll knight him." So
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, so he kind of saves him from
yeah.
either admitting
Which
that
I don't
he's not
know.
a knight or
I don't know if Lionel is kind of being like I don't know which way Lionel's taking it. I'm assuming he's taking it as like he's,
nervous. You
Yeah.
think? Yeah. He was looking at him like, "What's going on with you, dude? You know what? You go handle that."
Yeah.
Because the horn does blow, which means
Yeah,
Dunk had to
exactly,
go up
yeah.
there. So it could have just been the time he's like, "You
got
know what?
saved by
dude?
the bell.
Go." Yeah, it could have been
Pop culture
Dunk got
reference for you.
saved. Yeah, there you go. But the horn goes off, which calls Dunk and Arian to the front. That's when Dunk tries to say, "We'll fight 6-on-7." Arian says, "Not allowed." That will be found guilty if he doesn't find a 7th man, which then leads Dunk to.
Which I think
He asked for a moment. He's like, "Could I have a moment?"
I think they might have been like, "Well, who's your 6?" And he's like, "Oh, these Lionel's knighting him right now.
Yeah.
We're getting a brand new fresh one."
Yeah. He's
And
back.
it's just him in the middle of the thing being like, by the mother I charge you. To
Yeah.
Be,
So Dunk then gets steps back on the horse, looks at all the lords that are fighting or they're standing in the bleachers, asking for. He's like, all I did was protect the innocent. I did you guys might not know Sir Alan of Pennytree, but I was his sire. He taught me to like the quote or the.
I ate in your
vow.
halls. I slept in, or
Yeah, we fought for you. We ate in your halls,
slept in your houses.
bed chambers.
Yeah.
But he's asking anybody. All I did was protect the innocent. Can somebody please fight with me?
And it's kind of something like what? How do you want your kids to grow up? Like, do you want your sons to see the courage that you fight with?
Right, which leads the big old Bracken to stand up and rip ass.
And the son gets a little scared when he stands up. He's like, "Oh no, Dad, are you gonna go?" And
Yeah.
he sits there and he goes,
Everyone laughs, and then I wish I wrote down some of the lines he said. He's like,
pissed. He's like, "Has courage left all the great
lords
houses of Westeros?"
Yes.
I failed. I shan't think it's so, or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Something along those. Yeah. Like I will not believe it. Like, has all the courage left the houses of Westeros? Yeah. It was so. It was this was the Game of Thrones moment. Like the hard speech. The dude's desperate for his life, and puts together a big encouraging speech. Like sitting there jaw drop. Like, God, fuck yeah, Dunk. Like, way to be a badass now. And then no one seems to be standing up, and then we finally get a banging on the gates to the tourney, and then in comes striding a Targaryen mail-plated
full helm
on horseback, and then he pulls up, takes the helmet off. And it's Prince Baelor, and he goes, "I will fight for Sir Duncan." He all he did was protect the innocent.
Yeah, I will fight on Sir Duncan's side, which was such a sick quote.
Yeah.
And I think right then is when the Game of Thrones theme music starts going. It's like, "Da-na-na-na,
I think
na-na-na-na."
Maekar is like, "Have you lost your senses?" And he was protecting the innocent, as we all should be.
Yeah.
It's
Like
awesome.
I said, don't think you don't have to die in this. It seems like to lose, but there's definitely
Game of
there's
Thrones.
gonna be at least 2 Targaryens I think to die.
It's Game of
We
Thrones.
got 4 out there. I think 2 of them are gone.
I
And I kind of said this
I
before.
hope it's not
feel
Darren.
I think Darren's probably gonna end up being the one that gets away. I think it's almost for sure we lose Prince Baelor. Because there's also we got to remember the prophecy for Egg. There's a lot of people in front of him for
Yeah.
the throne, and there's a
There
lot
are a
of them
lot.
that are right in front of him or right in this thing that could die and make it way easier for him to get to the front.
So my only thought, I don't think. I said I kind of.
Because I don't know, like if Baylor dies, I'm would the throne just then go to his son or would it go to Makar?
It would go to Makar. If he's the heir to the throne, it wouldn't jump him to his son. Like the heir can't name an heir, so the king has two sons. It would be Baylor and Makar.
I was thinking it would just go to his son. So I thought
No.
like if in order to get to Egg, we would need to eventually lose his sons.
No, which to get to Egg would require Baylor dying at some point before he becomes king. Because if Baylor becomes king, his son immediately becomes the heir over any of Makar's kids. But if Baylor never becomes king, Makar would then take the place.
So
which
they
then
wouldn't
puts
skip the
heirs.
whole generation.
It wouldn't skip a generation. If he never becomes king, it wouldn't
Yeah.
skip a generation, no. And
Right.
I mean, now, the rightful heir turns into Makar. I think the king still has the power to choose Baylor's son.
Yeah, I guess because we did have Viserys being able to kind of choose if you wanted Rhaenyra or
Yeah. It's not impossible, but I think tradition-wise, you need to be passed on by your father, not the grandfather. So, yeah, that's how the episode ends.
basically just I think Baylor's gonna die.
I know.
I think we're losing.
But who's killing Baylor other than
Makar.
Stefan? No, Stefan.
I hope that guy dies, but I mean maybe a brother on brother crime.
Think about.
Like
No,
maybe it'd be accidental, but I mean it might just be like
I'm telling you, Stefan's gonna be the one to kill Baylor. He's the only one on that. Like the King's Guard.
the Kingsguard. That'd be
They're
they
not gonna,
can't do that.
The Kingsguard's not gonna kill Baylor. I don't
what
think
if
Makar
accidental?
is.
What if accidental fucking Darren does it?
It could be
Darren?
Makar to become.
I mean,
heir.
I could see Arian doing it. I wouldn't be surprised if Arian did it.
Yeah, if Makar does it, he becomes heir.
That's what. I
Yeah,
don't think he necessarily wants to become heir, but
No, but yeah. So that's
I could
the
see
thing.
Arian doing it, being like, "Uncle, you're really gonna take their side," and just getting pissed off.
Yeah.
And I think,
I
I mean,
see- I feel
Arian's gonna die because I think basically we have to have either Arian or Dunk die. They wouldn't have the show if Dunk didn't live.
I think Dunk can beat the shit out of Arian and him yield in order to win.
Oh,
Dunk can't. If Dunk yields, so I agree with what you said earlier. Dunk's side has to win, or else they mentioned that if he doesn't win, the punishment for doing this would be that he would lose the hand he struck the prince with, and lose the foot. Now he can be found guilty and not die in a trial by combat. But I think if you don't die and you're found guilty, you don't get to walk after that. Like you then get a punishment, which I think would be him losing a hand and a foot, which I think then turns into we're not getting a 4 pages worth of story of Duncan the Tall if he doesn't have a foot and a hand.
We're not getting this Sir Duncan the Tall in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sir Duncan the Tall wheelchair
He's
man.
just a famous pirate.
Because also wheelchairs weren't invented until Bran's time apparently.
Yeah.
Or no,
that's true.
or was it wheelchairs or was it just a horse thing?
Saddle.
I think it was just a saddle. Yeah.
Hold on. There's something else too. So thinking about the teams because we kind of this could be a good time to predict who dies on Duncan's team. I'd hate to see Lionel Baratheon die. I think you might be
Eye
right.
patch guy. Eye patch guy's dying. I don't think Lionel's dying.
I think the dude with a broken leg dies.
Yeah, I think Sir Robin Rising dying. The eye patch guy.
I'm afraid what's his best friend's dying.
Yeah, Raymond. I mean, but it's like he seems like he's one that should die, but at the same time, he is kind of that. He's the one that no one's gonna want to die.
I know, which is what Game of Thrones does, though.
Yeah, but this show's going for something different. But granted, I guess maybe we can't really we can't go away from the stories that are already in Game of Thrones.
But like, do we know of Baratheon having an heir? Do we know anything about the Baratheons right now? Like, I
don't know anything besides.
Yeah, so
I know there's one point in Game of Thrones where when Ned's going through the book of Sir Baratheon, black of hair. Lionel was one of the ones he mentions.
Is he?
So he mentioned someone behind him, which I guess is his son. But
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know if he's had a son yet or not.
Right. I don't want Baratheon to die. I think this eye patch dude is going to stand out. I think he's going to do something cool.
I think he might do something cool, but he might also die.
Yeah.
He's also old, so it's kind of like, hey, the old guy dies. It's not a big deal.
I think I agree with you that I think Baylor, if not dies in combat, gets a wound that he dies from. Because we have to see a shift to Makar's family.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of more just like you said, who's gonna kill him, and
But
I think
to their point too, Makar is gonna have both Kingsguard on him. I don't think Makar dies because I think, like I said, and I don't think Darren,
I think it's more likely that Makar kills Baylor than
Yeah,
Makar
I think so
dying.
too.
I hope Stefan dies. I really hope. If Stefan dies to his cousin, that would be amazing.
I could see Stefan doing the killing blow to Baylor, but then Raymond killing him.
Yeah, which would be sweet. That would be a cool little.
I really don't want to see Baylor die, but I think you might be right.
I guess I think Arian could die.
Yeah.
I hope he does, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too surprised if he just
I
bitched
think
out.
He's such a prick that they're not going to end him off that quickly. Like,
yeah,
we did
it
not
kind
get
of take,
that
it would
much.
kind of get rid of the only villain we have.
Prince,
Because he is basically the villain right now.
he is the main villain. Makar doesn't like.
Makar's not a
doesn't
villain.
like Arian.
Yeah, Makar's not a villain
Yeah.
of.
We need a
Targaryens.
evil Targaryen, and without Arian, I don't think there is one.
Yeah,
That's why I don't think he dies. I think
so he just yields.
I think he ends up either yielding or Dunk just beats the fuck out of his face, and he all right, this dude's practically done,
Yeah,
unconscious.
yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's my prediction. Like I said, I'm afraid Raymond dies. You might be right that Baylor dies or at least gets seriously injured.
It's also gonna be kind of funny. Like, this is a humongous thing that hasn't been seen for like 100 years, and it's like, all right, back to the tourney.
Yeah,
Like, what goes on after this?
right. Like, does Dunk still participate in the tournament after this?
I would assume not. But I would I would assume you winning, you would get some. You'd be entitled to some
He doesn't. I don't. The only thing he wins from this is his freedom.
I guess, but he need I mean, maybe if he wins, Egg will just be able to just gift him stuff because he is a Targaryen. He has enough money. He'd be like, here, you're my buddy. Now I can give you a bunch of gold coins.
Yeah. I mean, kinda. Yeah. Or at least formally he becomes Egg's protector.
Yeah, Egg is like, I'm still gonna squire for him, so I need the
He needs to have nice gear and a nice horse.
Yeah.
That could be how it turns out. All right. Well, we
So I
will
just
know
can't-
next week. We will know next week. That is our sprinkle of pop culture. We didn't do an Oscar movie this week.
No, this episode was going to take too much time.
This was a big episode. I think that makes sense. We can look into Oscar.
Yeah, because now no NFL.
Also, something we talked about last week. We talked about the Smash Machine. I did later find out that all I said was it's an okay movie. Shouldn't be anywhere near an Oscar stage. The only Oscar award it's nominated for is hair and makeup, which I don't hate.
I'm not
they
saying,
really nailed it on making The Rock look like this guy. So
I made a joke. I'm not going to say that joke, but
what's that?
Not saying.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember that. So it makes sense. I'm okay with it. Again, I should have looked up what it was nominated for.
For being nominated for that, it deserves it.
Yeah, but
it's deserving of the nomination.
Here's my issue, and again, now it's just a minor thing. If I go on HBO Max and I see a movie in the top 3 and it says Oscar nominee, don't have it up.
Or tell me what it's for.
Shouts out to the makeup department. Obviously, they deserve their flowers. But when I see a movie with Oscar nominee under it, and the only Oscar nomination it has is for hair and makeup, throw that in there too.
Because you're also begging us to do what we did and review it in a negative way, being like that didn't deserve an Oscar nomination.
But damn, the makeup was good.
Yeah, but now it's oh no, like it deserved an Oscar nomination for what it was nominated for.
Yeah, it is funny. Not many movies get completely snubbed and only have it for hair and makeup.
And I also kind of forget all the time. I don't always remember what all the
awards.
The awards are. So it's
I didn't think about hair and makeup as an option of it really had nothing to do with the storyline.
I do remember special effects is one sometimes, but
yeah. But yeah, I thought that was funny. After we recorded, I was talking to my fiance about it, and she's like, "What's it nominated for?" I was like, "I don't even know. I just know it's nominated. It says it's just hair and makeup, and that it got snubbed for everything else." I went, "That makes sense. Okay, I'm way less mad now." Yeah. But yeah, so
that's a formal apology to The Rock.
No, fuck him. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. That is the Bell Ringers podcast. We will be talking about the penultimate episode of Knights of the Seven Kingdoms next week. We will have more Olympics. We'll keep tracking the Olympics. I guess
spring training starts in 2 weeks.
Spring training starts in 2 weeks. So what do we have?
I'm pretty sure the first game, one of the first games is Saturday the 21st.
What will we have for them next week? If just Olympics, really, right? Because we're still going to be in the grace period of NBA and NHL.
Yep.
So just we'll
So then that's a good time for us to get an Oscar movie. So I guess maybe we won't. Can't really tell you right now what the movie is, but
yeah
we'll try and find something.
we'll find something to put up there. If we have a few options, we might throw up a poll. Keep an eye out for that. But yeah, with only having the Olympics to cover next week, and then obviously the penultimate, we'll have probably a much longer. No, I guess no. We'll see how we break it down. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.